Hey, I'm Maddie. I live in a converted minivan, and I'm on a quest to go to all 50 states to go on an outdoor adventure and drink a local beer. Good morning. My original destination for this trip was Coastal Geological Park. From Omaha, where I was, to Toadstool. It's an 8-hour drive, so last night I drove 4 and I felt so bad. I had a headache, I felt kind of nauseous. It might have just been car sickness, I don't really know what it was. So I came and tried to find this free campsite around here, but then it was a 40-minute drive down a dirt road. So I was like, okay, I'll pay $7.50 for this campsite, and that was a good choice. But now that I'm here, I'm really intrigued because there's a trail to a lookout that sounds really cool. I want to see what the Great Plains of Nebraska looks like from above. It's been really cool driving across Texas and going from hill country to desert, and then when I was driving across Colorado, Colorado was mountains, and then it quickly turned into the plains, and that went on into Kansas. I'm really intrigued by the progression of one type of environment to another. But first, breakfast. All right, setting out. If I forgot to say before, this place is called Nebraska National Forest. Right smack dab in the middle of Nebraska. I think there's another Nebraska National Forest, but it's in South Dakota. So go figure. And the trail I'm doing today is called Scott Lookout, and it's 2.5 miles to the lookout and then another 2.5 back. At first I was like, 2.5 miles, that's nothing, but I'm out of breath and I'm not even on the actual trail yet. According to this sign, these are ponderosa pines, which I think are really cool. If you notice, they have a reddish color. I've only seen these out west, and this trail, so far it's been a little bit of prairie, a little bit of out west. Back in the area where the parking lot was, they even had clovers, which I thought were more of an eastern thing. So this is really a cool place. And here we have these. I'm pretty sure they're agave. They might be something else. They have a big old stalk, but we got a nice flower on that stalk. And this is also cool because I thought this was a Southwest only plant. But here we are up in the middle of the country. Another cool plant discovery is these little tiny cactuses. Or cacti is the proper word. You can see the trail is getting more and more forested. And with our little plant observations, I see a prickly pear. The cacti we saw earlier were they weren't pad shaped, you know? They weren't shaped like a flat teardrop. They were shaped like, I don't know, green beans maybe. But here, look at these cool prickly pears. One even has a flower on it. Mile 3? The map doesn't have a mile 3. I hope I didn't go off on these side paths. Oh no, this looks like it. Yay, we made it. Let's get these stairs done. Oh my goodness, that was quite a climb. Luckily, I have 2 water bottles, a plum, and a beer. So refreshment is on its way. Coming to Nebraska, I reached out to Zipline Brewing Company, and they were gracious enough to give me 6 whole beers. They're all really interesting. When I visited their tap room, I got to try a beer that even tasted like smoke. And you're like, Maddie, how can a beer taste like smoke? Well, guess you gotta go to Zipline Brewing to find out, because it did. Anyway, on today's hike, I brought Dear Nebraska Brew, which is the official beer of Nebraska alumni. So I think this is the perfect beer for the moment. 4.8% ABV, easy drinking American lager. Perfect for tailgating and enjoying the good life of all kinds of weather. Aw, it's so nice. Smells very foamy already. And it's that just the simple, good beer taste. I can definitely see it as a good beer for tailgating. I can taste a bit of hoppiness, a bit of weediness. It's definitely light. Easy drinking for sure. How cool. Drinking dear old Nebraska Brew while looking out onto the plains of Nebraska. It's so pretty. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about why we think certain things are beautiful. Like, I don't know if you all have ever had this experience, but if you were ever a kid in a parking lot and you saw rainbows in a puddle of oil and you said, oh, how pretty. And your parents or whoever you were with were like, no, that's oil, that is pollution. And then it never seemed pretty anymore. Well, I think in the same way, we get kind of used to mountains are pretty, the ocean is pretty. Going on this road trip, one of the reasons I wanted to go to all 50 states is because everywhere has something good about it, something beautiful about it, something that needs to be appreciated. There's always something to discover out there. And this place I totally came across just because I didn't feel like driving when I got up this morning. I thought, might as well explore while I'm here. And I'm so glad I did. I love how these hills go on and on forever. There are so many different layers of them. It's kind of like looking out into the ocean. And you remember how small you are. That was such a nice destination, and now it's back the way we came. What a treat to come back to my van. And I have ice, so I can have ice water or iced coffee if I really want. And because I already paid to spend the night last night, I got to take a shower. So nice, literally the best thing after a sweaty hike. The thing was though, this shower wasn't just like coming out like a normal shower. It was like jet propulsion shower. Like they were trying to, what's it called? They were trying to power wash the dirt off of you. I think maybe the nausea yesterday was motion sickness and the headache could have been dehydration. So I'm gonna try to only drive an hour today. I'm gonna go up towards a part of Nebraska called Valentine. That drive was so pretty. It looked like the place where the Teletubbies live, like nature's golf course. And now on iOverlander, I found this spot that's a wildlife management area, so it's free to camp here. It's just, that is where you go if you want to go hunting or something, but this part is free to park in. According to iOverlander, I have my stuff set up in the shade here. I'm gonna make some plant-based hot dogs for dinner tonight. I bought some French bread because it was only $1. So instead of having hot dog buns, instead of having hot dog buns, I'm having not sliced through all the way French bread. We'll see how it goes. While we're waiting for them to cook, let me show you what beers I got for all my fellow beer nerds out there that just love looking at beer names and styles and stuff. This is Cloud Lifter. This is a hazy IPA tropical smoothie. Oh my goodness, that sounds so good. An oatmeal porter, a rich, roasty, and luscious. I also got Copper Alt, hybrid style between an ale and a lager. I think this one won a contest. And then lastly, I know this one won a contest. I remember it is Mosaic IPA. Find Liquid Vacation, baby. Which one should I try with dinner? You're about to find out. This is so good. You can't even tell it's plant-based. And the bun makes it so much better. And the winner is Copper Alt, because it was in my freezer and I need something cold, and I think this would pair nicely with hot dogs. The flies are invading me, so I'm walking around and eating. There is this huge beetle. Okay, I'm gonna try to turn out the lights and open the door so he'll leave, I hope. Oh my gosh. Also, there's heat lightning going on outside. Okay, he hasn't buzzed in a while, so hopefully that's it. Turning the lights back on. I will scream. Still this fly here though, just to annoy me. About half an hour after I turned off the lights and opened the door for a little bit, hoping the beetle would leave, I heard some buzzing down here by my electrical stuff, and so it's still in here. I was gonna try to catch it in a cup, but now it's not even making any noise, so I know it's just in here and I can't catch it, so I'm just gonna have to wait until morning. It's also sweltering in here. I have a damp washcloth to help cool me down and my little fan, but yeah, it's a hard night. I have my windows cracked, But I also have my window covers up because now that I'm turning off my lights and gonna go to bed, I can open those up a little bit, but I didn't want there to be cracks and light to be coming through because then more bugs would come in. It's been a hard night. Just before sunrise, I woke up because a fly was bouncing around, landing on my arm, my head, just all over the place. And I opened my sliding door because I was like, okay, you're done. You're out of here. I am pushing you out. And then I was still like laying down but propped up on my elbows, and I felt that beetle bump into the back of my head, and then I think it flew out of the door. Also, I just laid there with the door open so all the flies that were in there would leave, and then more came in. I also woke up sweaty, so that wasn't fun. I'm glad to be back on the road, but at the same time, it's been harder than I remember. Not even harder than I remember, just the fun I'm having hasn't outweighed the inconvenience of it all. I'm gonna keep going, of course, but maybe this is the end to my van life career. Maybe we're in the final chapters and it just wasn't. It was only meant to be a little bit. It wasn't meant to be my whole life. But for now, I'm definitely going to keep going. I'm going to South Dakota to go to the Badlands next. How cool is that going to be? Hope you subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss that one. See you next time. Bye.